What are some of the most harmful myths of traditional education that you see functioning in classrooms, and what are the solutions to
Um, the
Here comes the angry mom.
it's the rules and discipline, and I do these rules and discipline because Arts Alive has rules, and the kids know what those rules are. But we've created them out of exploring what kids naturally want to do. Whereas you get in a traditional classroom setting, and the rules are no, don't, no, don't.
Sure.
And discipline is punishment. Instead of, like we've done a class on this before, it's creating the model from yourself. And like you're saying, higher up within the school that creates that culture of joy or the positive embracing acceptance, because that's what kids are gonna make mistakes.
Yep.
And if you're constantly pointing out you're doing it wrong, hey, who knows how to multiply? You don't. And so it's just the negative rules discipline.
Did you just raise your hand?
I did. Because I wanted. It's that asking the question, and I'm answering the question you're talking about, Julia, about tradition. Asking the question before giving the information. Who knows how to multiply? Who knows what an octopus is? You know, anything. Who knows what? It's like, why do you care who knows what? Teach them first, and then they know. And
it's like,
it's
what?
just, it is my biggest pet peeve. And I've also learned in life even though we talk about it in our culture here in Arts Alive, it's like, and then why do I do it? You know, to an adult, asking a question or keeping it open-ended. If I know that's a whole different thing, but using open-ended questions more than needing a direct answer to something. And also just what I'm saying, teach before you quiz them about something.
Yeah, for me, I see the biggest shift and the most exciting shift that's happening for me that I see across the nation in schools. And I think it has a lot to do with leadership. I mean, there's so many great school leaders going in for years. I just don't think there was a focus on great leadership as there was in just management and administrative effectiveness rather than really being a school leader. And now they're seeing, and I think it has to do with social media, like just so many places where principals can go and school directors can go and be a part of a community and learn from each other and see what other people are doing and how effective that is. For me, I see that trickling down into the classroom, and now there's this transformation happening from that rules-based classroom that's still out there, it's for sure, I still see it everywhere, to more of, rather than classroom management, shifting over to a classroom leadership, and instead of rules and policies and procedures, which are still necessary, but really focusing more on the classroom core values. And like you said, like talking about that with the kids every day. And setting that kid, really asking the question and letting them know, hey man, we're creating a family in here. Let's talk about that. Like, what kind of family? If you can create any family, what would happen? What would that look like? And let those kids create. Now they're not going to know, what they don't have the depth and the breadth of vocabulary, but they'll have the definition. And then, man, I want people to mess with me and touch on my stuff. I think what you're saying is you want to be respected. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you are. Yeah. And so then we help them with the vocabulary they don't have the command of yet, and then we create that environment that those kids ask for that way. When kids mess up,
They've created the rules
and
themselves,
they mess up, and they're going to mess up.
The laws of the classroom.
Hey man, isn't this the family that you said you wanted to have, where we respect each other? Now the rule, I still have the procedures posted. It still says, please don't speak when other people are speaking. But the reason it makes sense and it's going to happen is because we established a place where we love each other and respect one another. And because do kids need consequences? Yeah, but at the same time, I think it's important to remember that it's not really about, the kids don't remember the consequence. They're going to remember the conversation.
Right.
So when a kid is 35 and he has a child of his own, like I want in the kid's subconscious to remember that what made a difference in his life wasn't the penalty and wasn't the consequence, it was the conversation that he had with that teacher in the hallway or privately after class. Because man, we can punish just about any kid into compliance, like temporarily.
Right.
But we can't punish a kid into commitment, like that commitment between a learner and an educator, it's just like it just doesn't happen. But where it does happen is a classroom family built on a core set of agreed upon values that we all created together.